And with me now with the latest on Hurricane Harvey's trajectory is Megan Glaros. She's a meteorologist with our Chicago affiliate WBBM. Megan, can you tell us what are the cities that you're most concerned about at this hour?
Essentially, where it is right now is where it's likely to stay. We're talking probably for days on end. The forward speed of this at this point is 2 miles per hour now as of the latest advisory. It is hardly moving at all. Made landfall as a Category 4, maintained its structure for a long time, and at this point now it's still rotating, still pulling in all that very warm, moist air coming in the form of showers and storms wrapping around that center of circulation, but it's hardly moving. And we expect through the next 5-day period that it may be just a couple hundred miles from where it sits right now, which means with a storm system this big, areas that have rain now will likely continue to see that.
When people hear downgraded from a 4 to a 1, they think we're out of the danger zone.
Right. No.
True?
Not the case. Now, are you out of the danger zone in terms of the intense winds that are whipping with the Category 4? Yes, but the rains continue and other hazards present themselves as we go through time with flooding, with other issues, the storm surge, which is continuing at least for now. And again, we really continue to look for the potential for flooding because we're talking about 3 to 4 to 5 inch per hour rainfall rates. This can do something for somebody who's got beautiful, dry skies. You get rain, it rains for a couple hours and you've got flooding. We're talking about already, lots of time has passed and we'll continue to see this again for days. And so you're looking at this map right here showing the yellow color, talking about 24 additional inches of rain. This is on top of what we've already had. And we've got some numbers already coming in the 16, 17 inch range.
And you're talking about some of these areas, Austin, Corpus Christi, hitting their total rain targets for the year just over this.
Oh yeah, easily.
Really?
Yes, we're talking about that. Yeah, because we may see 40 inches in some locations, and you can go months and months without getting that much rain.
Yeah. Is there a point that you believe, Megan, will be out of the woods with this storm?
When it has essentially died off in terms of its tropical nature and it gets picked up by our normal weather systems that carry things generally from west to east across the country. But until that happens, while it's stalled out here, it is going to be a big factor for Texas.
When you talk about climate change, Megan, what are you seeing that's different from years past?
I think maybe, and it's tough because there's no direct correlation yet that we can actually put our finger on and blame any one particular thing yet. But I am noticing certainly an uptick in the extremes.
Yeah.
And so maybe perhaps this helps to warm the waters, and in turn those warm waters fuel and feed a situation like this, because the warmer the water, the more premium fuel that is for a hurricane to act upon. So
we talk about storm surge. Can you tell us more about that and why that is such a big deal right now?
Okay, so think about the storm system, right? A hurricane's rotating counterclockwise. Yeah. It's picking up the water to a certain degree and pushing it against the shorelines. When we talk about the storm surge, essentially that's the forward speed, and then plus we've got all that water kind of piling up, so it pushes it inland, really dependent on the topography of the land where it's making landfall. Now, if it's a very flat area, if you're below sea level, if you're very close to sea level, it's going to push it real far inland. So that storm surge can be a factor. Now, as we start to lose a little bit of the intensity of the winds, that will start to taper off a bit, but the rain will still be an issue.
All right, Megan Glaros from our Chicago station. Great to have you here on
Nice
set, New York. Thank you, Megan.